Hi Ricky mate, thanks for agreeing to take part in this interview. Our aim is to provide a regular broadcast for the St Ives Town FC TV, either by yourself or Jack, just to update the fans on recent activities surrounding the first team squad. So we've got a few questions for you mate. First one, big question on most people's agenda is probably the pre and early season squad changes. We've seen quite a good few signings and also a number of departures. It's quite a new look team actually. Can you please provide the viewers with your account on how the squad's shaping up?
Yeah, of course. We've, I inherited a healthy squad at the beginning of pre-season, and wanted to give everybody that wanted the opportunity the chance to come in pre-season and play for the club and continue where they'd left off at the end of last season. And as it sometimes happens, things don't work out and players fall out of favour or opt to move on. And that's been the case with a couple of lads, David Cobb and Carl Gibbs in recent weeks have departed. And we wish those two players all the best. They've been fantastic servants to the football club over the years. Certainly David Cobb's goal at Sept Dynamo will long live in the memories of all the St Ives fans. And Carl Gibbs just this week has been described by Paul Reason, the ex-chairman, as the second best centre forward to ever play for the club. So they're fantastic players, and we appreciate everything they've done in the last few years and this season. But things change and we have to move on. And we've added to the squad in Marheineke, who's coming on loan from Royston. It is only a short-term loan, but we'll see how that pans out over the coming weeks. Also today we finalised a deal for Salim Renazani, a young centre forward that can play wide from Histon, who's coming on a 2-month loan. So that'll start this weekend. We've also added Kieran Joseph, a boy who comes into the squad with good pedigree. He's been around the pro game as a boy at Ipswich, at Cambridge United. He then went to Gillingham, had played at Boston United, come down to Kettering, Sydney. So he's played at a whole host of good clubs, and we've got high expectations of him. He's been out for a long while, but he came on Tuesday after a good few months layoff and looked really sharp, and we're expecting him to come in and have a real positive impact. Also Jack Higgs, the boy that we've signed from Newmarket, we know him from our days at Histon last season. He then went out to Bury Town and then finished playing last season at Newmarket. He's a fantastic technical player. Great to have around the dressing room. It'll be one that gels the squad together and gives us that team spirit, as well as bundles of quality on the pitch. So that's another signing, as well as Charlie Diaf, who comes in. Will Fordham is going to be out for at least the next couple of weeks with personal responsibilities, so he's not available. So we needed cover, we felt, at centre half, and Charlie will come in. 21 years old, played bundles of games at Step 5 now, had experience at Step 3 with Cambridge City, come for a good education at Northampton Town as a youth team player. Spot on attitude, fantastic footballer, and is a great addition to the
Good
side.
stand-in, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously we hope that Will won't be gone for too long. The door is obviously open for Will to return as and when he sees fit, if he sees fit, and we'll welcome him back if he does make that decision.
So moving on, just sort of looking towards this season, how do you see it panning out, and what are your long-term expectations from the club and the team?
Well, I think that this year we always believed that we could. We were certainly looking to get top half. If we felt if we got it right on a consistent basis, we could try and push the top 8. From what I've seen so far, the start that we've made, the teams we've played against, I think Royston and Kettering and Potters Bar were 3 outstanding teams, and I don't think we're quite in the same category as those. But our aim has got to try and be to bridge the gap between those top teams and where we are at the moment, and I think that the signings we've made will help us to do that. But I still think, being realistic at the minute, it's a case of don't set our standards too high. Of course, within the squad we want to try and be the best we can be, finish as high as we possibly can, but without getting too carried away. It's my first season at this level. It's a lot of the players that are in the squad's first season at this level. The squad now is a very young squad that we're looking to try and keep together and build for the future. So I think this year, if we can push top 8, I think it'll be fantastic. But I think long term, we just need to try and improve year on year, make small steps, and I think in the coming years, 2 to 3 years, I think we need to be looking at having a side that's capable of pushing for promotion.
Okay, excellent. So what are your thoughts about Saturday's match, the match coming up, your lineup, possible lineup and prediction, score prediction maybe?
Well, we'll watch training tonight, and then we'll make a decision. You know, Salim is obviously coming on loan to play, so you know, as long as he trains okay tonight and doesn't have any issues, and the paperwork goes through tomorrow, okay, you know, Salim will come in and start the game. The only injury concern is Scott Sinclair and Jimmy Dean, who are both training this evening, but hopefully they'll come through it okay, and they'll be available for selection as well. You know, we'll make those decisions after this evening session, and we'll pick the team that we think's the right team to go and win the game on Saturday. But you know, we're expecting it to be a tough game. I don't think there's any easy games in this league at all. Our home form has been quite up and down. We need to look to try and make playing here as difficult for teams as possible, and at the minute, you know, I don't think we are doing that. So that's something that we need to draw attention to and make sure that we put right on Saturday.
Yep. Okay. So finally, just to wrap up, have you got any sort of personal messages that you perhaps want to relay out to the fans?
No, well, you know, from a manager's point of view, I've never experienced support like the support we have at this football club. You know, I've always heard that people connected to St Ives Town Football Club say that the best of the fans are the best in this area, and you know, I've experienced that firsthand. You know, there's been games this year where they've actually dragged us from the depths of defeat, you know, and the game against Royston springs to mind, and the game against Dereham, you know, in the FA Cup as well. So, you know, I appreciate their support. The team appreciate their support. The players love playing for this football club, and the fans are partly the reason for that. So, you know, we're all going to be striving to do our best to bring success.
Brilliant. Okay, well that's it from me. So appreciate your time, mate. Good luck on Saturday.